Hi, my name is Mimi. I'm from Laos. Today I'm going to share my experience during lockdown because of coronavirus in Laos. So Laos have different things and from other country because we have less people who have coronavirus and that's good. But we still need to have lockdown for our safety first. So my whole experience in this lockdown is that I've learned that online classes is harder than usual learning and it's very boring. Most of the students know that learning online is so boring. There's some good things in learning online. Like for example, we can eat or have our breakfast or have some snacks while learning online because our teacher wouldn't notice. But in lockdown, I also found something really challenging for me is that learning online is challenging, but doing exercise is more challenging for me because exercise takes up space. So my house is small, we don't have like much space, so I think now I'm overweight now. So the good things during lockdown is that my whole family have more time to stay together and spend most of the time doing almost everything together because usually my dad and my mom need to work at night, so when I come back from school I need to go to taekwondo, but during lockdown I don't need to go to school, I have learning online, I don't need to go to taekwondo, and my mom and my dad need to close up the shop or the club first, so my dad and my mom don't need to go and work, so we spend our time together, and lockdown made my dad and my mom stay at home so we could have more time together, so that's the good thing during lockdown for me. My general experience doing online classes is that online classes is harder than usual learning. But if we want to know or do some search for our work or for something, we could use our phone to search it because of online classes. And if we were in usual school or like usual classroom of like learning with teacher, our phone wouldn't allow in class, so we couldn't search for the answer of some question that we don't know. So online classes my teacher let me use Google or like some search for my work, so I could have more score in something. I also found something really difficult in learning online is that I couldn't understand teacher or misunderstanding or can't easily pay attention to my teacher because we usually learn in our school in our real class, not online classes, so our teacher used to teach us in front of us, so that may help me to understand teacher more, but we are learning online, so we need to chat or like something like that, so I couldn't understand my teacher with some words. But we if we don't understand, it's still fine, we can try something new. But the enjoyable part with learning online is we are able to communicate to our friend easier. So usually in our real class or in our school, not online class, if we are not able to communicate or talk to our friend during learning, so online classes is we are able to chat with our friend without teacher knowing, and we could help each other in some works and explaining something that is important but we couldn't understand, so my friend could help me with my work and I could help my friend with my work in online classes, but in real school I don't think so, so we could communicate to our friend easier in online classes, and I think that's the enjoyable part of online classes. So I think learning in real classes is easier because I could do everything as I do it as usual, and I could understand my teacher easier. So some teacher is not easy to understand in usual classes is not easy to understand, but when it comes to online classes, maybe it's more under more good or like easier to understand. But for my teacher, it's harder to understand in online classes. So I think learning in real classroom is easier. Yeah. And I think maybe if our lockdown is end up, so I think we will still have our lockdown in the near future, because I don't think coronavirus is gonna be end up easily. It may stop for a while, but I don't think it will stop forever. So I think we need to prepare for everything, because we don't know our future what will happen. So but for me, I just think that we may have another lockdown if our lockdown, like for now our lockdown is enough, we may have another lockdown in the future. But the important thing during lockdown is that the important thing that I've learned during lockdown is that I can learn everything from every experience during lockdown that I've never learned about it in like usual life. Like maybe our mask could be our usual life, like we could know we could wear our mask like every day like usual. So yeah, and learning online is not as easy as learning in usual classes. So I think I think that learning online is not easy, so I don't like it. And the important things is that I don't like lockdown.